If you're following all of the advice on how to be in your feminine and it still feels like something is missing, this video is for you. I'm sharing some of the biggest misconceptions about feminine energy, particularly dark feminine energy. I'm going to share what dark feminine energy really is. And at the end of the video, I'm going to guide you through a short embodiment practice so that you can really get a felt sense of the dark feminine and start tapping into this energy in your daily life. The common advice out there on how to embody feminine energy is to trust your intuition, allow yourself to receive, let go of control, shift from thinking to feeling, get into your body, which usually means some kind of dance, movement, meditation, whatever it is. And while all of these things can be aligned with the essence of feminine energy, there's a really big problem with this advice. Feminine energy isn't about doing more or forcing yourself to be a certain way. So, efforting in any way to be in your feminine kind of defeats the whole purpose. There's also a very important reason why you aren't already doing these things naturally, why you aren't already that way. There's a reason why you can't let go of control. There's a reason why you can't receive. There's a reason why you override your intuition and are all up in your head all the time. There's a reason you have trouble feeling and expressing your emotions. And it's not because you're in your masculine. And I really encourage you to stop thinking that and stop saying that because it's not accurate. The real reason is because your nervous system and your subconscious mind are holding onto very old patterns and conditioning and coping mechanisms that keep you safe. And this might look like overanalyzing and overthinking. It looks like pushing things away that seem too good to be true. It looks like self-sabotage or rejecting real love and connection. It looks like needing to control everything and perfectionism and overachieving and people-pleasing and seeking external approval and validation. These are very deep-rooted patterns that cannot and will not be changed with the surface level advice out there on how to be in your feminine. To truly embody feminine energy, you need to rewire all of those protective patterns and unlearn all of that conditioning that taught you it wasn't safe to be who you really are. Because if you are a woman born in a female body and you're attracted to masculine men, your natural essence, your natural way of being, your natural expression is feminine energy already. So when you rewire those protective patterns and undo all of this conditioning, being in your feminine becomes effortless. You don't have to think about it. It isn't something you have to try to do or remember to be that way. It will just be who you are. This human manifestation of feminine energy that naturally trusts her intuition, naturally receives and attracts things like a magnet, naturally flows with nature and with life, and lives from her body rather than her mind. That is embodiment. You don't have to think about it. It's just who you are. It's your natural state of being. So a little later in this video, I'll guide you through a short embodiment practice to help you start cultivating more safety in your body so that your natural feminine energy can start to emerge. But first, what is feminine energy? Most people confuse feminine energy with femininity, which is a social, cultural construct. It's how we've been conditioned to believe a woman should be. She should be caring and nurturing. She should want children. She should be kind and gentle and sweet and accommodating to others. She should let men lead and make the first move. And there's definitely some overlap here between femininity and what I call the feminine, but they're not the same thing. And most women have learned to master femininity, but things still feel off. And that's because the feminine isn't a mental concept or a set of rules to follow. These things are actually keeping you away from truly embodying the feminine, because the feminine isn't a personality type or a certain look. It's not a list of traits or roles. It's not what women do. Feminine energy, it's not even human. Feminine energy is so much bigger than that. And when most women try to be in their feminine, they're actually trying to embody only one small part of what the feminine really is. The light side, that's soft and gentle and nurturing and open. But then they wonder why something still feels like it's missing. And it's because the feminine isn't only light. She is also dark, very dark at times. She is wild. She is nature. She is unpredictable and raw and sensual, not just in a sexual way, but like sensing and sensitive. She's complicated and mysterious and chaotic and unapologetic and incredibly powerful. And when you're not connected to that part of feminine energy, when it's been hidden or suppressed or shamed, it's no wonder that being in your feminine still doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel complete. So let's talk about what the dark feminine really is. She's not a woman. She's not a certain aesthetic or celebrity. She's not a personality trait. She's not confidence or emotional manipulation or jealousy or sex appeal. She's not just being unbothered. The dark feminine is an essence, an energetic current that is so old and so sacred. It is primordial. She existed long before language, before patriarchy, probably even before humans, because dark feminine energy is creation. So the dark feminine is something that goes so deep in human history and into human consciousness. And for a very long time, and thankfully still in some cultures, humans worshipped creation and life. They worshipped nature and the earth and fertility. They worshipped the womb and this dark feminine energy because their lives depended on it, just like our lives depend on it, even though we pretend that they don't. And one of the biggest reasons why our world is so out of balance emotionally, spiritually, environmentally is because of this collective suppression of all feminine energy, but particularly the dark feminine. And like I said, we've all been conditioned to master this light feminine, but where has it gotten us? We need the dark feminine energy to bring things back into balance. And it's not dark because it's bad or evil or it's something to be afraid of. It's dark because it cannot be perceived with the human eye. You cannot see it. It's mysterious. It's behind the scenes. It's the underworld. You can sense it and you can feel it when you're in its presence, but you cannot see it. You can't prove it. And it's honestly pretty hard to explain with words because it must be felt to truly understand its power. So you don't connect with the dark feminine by thinking about it or trying to emulate women you perceive as dark or memorizing a list of personality traits or pretending to be unbothered and wild and unapologetic. You reconnect with her by remembering the truth of what it really means to be a woman. You already know this. You just need to remember it because your body still holds this wisdom that modern culture has tried to erase and make you forget. But they can't take it away from you. It's still there, I promise. And when you tap into this intelligence that lives in your female body, you have access to something that most people, most of society and culture have completely forgotten and they have completely disconnected from. But when you reconnect with the feminine and you remember what it really means to be a woman, it puts you on a path of truth and wholeness and all of the bullshit just starts to fall away. It really does. So, I want to lead you through a short embodiment practice to connect you with your dark feminine energy. You've been bouncing around on YouTube, maybe listening to me talk for a few minutes. So, right now, all of your energy is likely up here, swirling around. Maybe it's even going outward and away from you. So, try to get a sense of that. And what we want to do is grab that energy and bring it down into your body, into your womb space, into your guts, into your pelvic bowl, because that is where your feminine power lives. So let's get comfortable in your seat, like really settle into your sit bones so that you're feeling sturdy and upright. And now we're gonna slowly bring that energy down, and I'll give you a few options to do this. So depending on how you're feeling and how your energy is right now, choose whichever one works best for you. So the first, you can place your hands up like this, and just imagine you're slowly bringing the energy down. Almost like a French press. I picture a French press, just consolidating the energy down, down, down your body into your womb space. And even if you don't have a womb, this is still an energetic center in your body. Another option, maybe if you're feeling a little slower or softer right now, is visualizing the energy kind of melting down, raining down. You can imagine candle wax or frosting dripping down the side of a cake. And if that visualization is challenging for you and you want a little bit more contact, you can even use your fingertips. Starting at the top of your head and just slowly drag the energy down into your womb space, into your belly, all the way down into your pelvic bowl. Go as slow as you need to go and just let it settle in. And now take a deep breath into the base of your body, like as deep as it will go. Not into your chest, not up here, but all the way down, down into your belly, into your hips, into your womb. And if this is challenging for you, don't worry, you're not doing it wrong. It might just take a little bit of practice. Just get as deep as you can right now. And you'll just want to continue breathing into that space, deep into the base of your body. You can keep your hands on your womb, try them on your hips, maybe on your back, wherever helps you get in touch with that space. Sometimes I like to imagine my womb as kind of like a beautiful black hole inside of me, and that usually really brings my attention and my energy there. And if you're having trouble connecting with it, that's okay too. This is just a practice. You can always come back to this video and rewatch this part whenever you want. And just continue to let your breath go deeper and deeper. Notice what sensations arise. Let yourself sway, maybe do some circles. Just continue to breathe. You can even make some sounds if there's anything wanting to move through you. Just be present with yourself. Notice what it's like to be you right now. You don't need to figure anything out. Just feel the presence of this energy and feel what it's like to be inside your body right now. And while you're there, I'm going to ask you a few questions to help spark some of that remembering of the dark feminine and the truth of what it means to be a woman. First, what does it mean to you and how does it make you feel that every single human on the planet came through the body of a woman? What does it mean to you and how does it make you feel that the cycles of a woman's body, your menstrual cycle, is perfectly reflected in nature through the 4 seasons and through the cycles of the moon? What does it mean to you, and how does it make you feel to know that the egg chooses the sperm? Not the other way around, not just the one that gets there first. The egg chooses. And this is likely a very sophisticated system that we probably won't ever understand. What does it mean to you, and how does it make you feel to know that the breast milk produced by a woman's body without her having to do anything contains everything that a human baby needs to not only survive, but to thrive? What does it mean to you, and how does it make you feel that your menstrual blood, that you likely have felt shame and embarrassment about at some point in your life, or maybe even resent it or feel like it's a curse or a punishment, is not a waste product and is not the same as the blood running through your veins, but is one of the most potent substances on the planet that contains stem cells and immune cells and nutrients and helps sustain you and every other human on this planet in the womb from conception until you were born. What does it mean to you, and how does it make you feel that for millennia, humans worshipped the goddess and the earth and the womb and the body of woman, not because of what it looked like and not as a sexual object, but because without these things, life as we know it ceases to exist? Whew. So let's take a breath together. I just want you to let those things land in your body. It might not be right now or today, but it will happen when you're ready to receive them. And you might be having some sensations or emotions come up. So do whatever you need to do right now to take care of yourself. Maybe some journaling, some movement. Maybe you need to make some sounds. Just trust what your body is asking for. And remember that you are so much more than what you were taught to be, and you don't have to hide these parts of yourself anymore. And if you want more videos and practices like this to embody your feminine power, leave me a comment below to let me know, and subscribe to the channel, and please share this video with a woman you love.